Hi, this is Don with OpenRow Mobile. This is a short tutorial on how to set up the Wi-Fi SSID, that's the name that your system broadcasts, and also to set a password. Some of the earlier units that were shipped out were open. In other words, they didn't have a password. So that's one of the first things you want to do is lock your network down. And our network consists of the dome or the outside unit, which is on the roof of the RV. And that unit it's the brains of the operation. It has the router with the cellular modem and all the antennas that makes everything work. It's connected with a physical cable or a network cable to an interior access point or for the inside. And that's the main access point that you will use to connect to the system when you're inside the coach. So what I've done is I logged on to our outside unit, and then I've gone to a web page, and you can do this in your browser either through a laptop or a phone or a tablet. Just open up a browser, enter in the address 192.168.81.1. And you don't need to have outside internet for this to work. This web page is completely generated by the router itself. So this is the actual control panel of the router. Out of the box, the default password is admin. So enter in admin for the username and admin for the password, and then you log in. First time you log in, it will ask you to go through a setup wizard, and that's optional. You can just jump right to advanced settings. This is the control panel, and on the next tutorial, I'll go over the features and functions of the control panel. But like I said, the most important thing is to make sure we have a password on this network. So if we go to network or advanced settings, you'll see that everything's in this section with a line that separates each section. The mobile configuration is for the mobile connectivity of the router, and the Wi-Fi configuration is what we're concerned with right now. So if you look under the Wi-Fi configuration, you'll see where it says SSID, and that's the example they give as the boat or motorhome name. In this case, we call it outdoor, so we know it's the roof unit, and then it has the name that came with the unit. You can change that to anything you want just by clicking that box, deleting what's there, and entering it in. Now, by default, it'll come with no encryption, and it'll look like that, but we're going to pick the bottom choice, which is WPA2-PSK, and the password is what they call a key, and if you hit the show hide, by default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will show up, and then what we'll do is you just delete that and put in your own password. So this is case sensitive and space sensitive. So if you were to accidentally leave a space at the end and you didn't do that when you entered in the password, you wouldn't be able to log in. So you want to make sure that you have everything written down the way you've entered it. So I recommend writing this down. And we're also going to use it with the access point. You can use the same password, and I recommend using the same password, although you don't have to. Once you do that, you just hit the save button. And it's going to reset the radio. And if it was open at the time, it's going to kick you off. You'll have to log back in. Usually Apple will ask you if you're sure you want to do that because the last time you logged in, it didn't have a password. And you say, yep, I want to log in. Apple will also tell you, hey, you don't have internet. Sure you want to log in? Yes, I want to log in. Enter in your password. Make sure that you can get back to the control panel. So once we've done that, the next part is to set the password for the access points. We're going to open up another tab. We're going to type in 192 decimal 168, decimal 81, decimal 2 this time. And this will take you to the TP link. So the password that comes with the unit, unless someone has reset it, it will already have a password, and that will be admin01, ADMIN01, all lowercase. So once you log in, this is the TP Link control panel. You really won't need to access this once you enter in a password, unless you want to change that password or the network name. On this first screen gives you the status of the whole of the access point itself. So on the left, you look up here, you can scroll down to your choices. We're going to go down to wireless, and the first part that pops up under basic settings is the actual broadcast. We're going to leave it like this. Most of them come, it'll say indoor and then ORM, but you can change this also. Now in this access point, you have to change each section, and again, these are on the same network, so you can be logged into the outdoor and change the indoor or vice versa. The best way to think about it, it's the same building but two different doors. And then when we go down to wireless security, we want to pick the second choice, which is WPA, WPA2. And then from there, the only thing you need to change is the password. So look right here, you can put in your own password. It will have a default password if it's a newer version that comes with a password. And I recommend using the same password, although you don't have to, but I recommend using the same password for the outdoor and the indoor unit. And then once you're done, you go to the bottom and you hit save, and it will save that network name and password. Just a quick reminder, when you go to the basic settings, you have to save the name of the network separately than the password. So if you log into the inside unit, it will kick you off when you change the name. You have to log back in, then change your password and save that. So it's a little bit faster if you log into the outside unit and take care of the inside unit or the TP link. And again, this is an access point. Once we're done with that, we're done setting up the security of the system. Thank you, and remember, if you have any questions, give us a call, shoot us an email, send a support ticket. We're here to answer the phones. If we don't right away, just leave a message. We'll call back as soon as we can. Thank you, and have a great day.